Hi everyone. This video is about an antenna that is not very efficient in my opinion, but how efficient is it? But it is very handy and very good for saving space. And that is the MFJ 2675T. It's a 75 meter high power HF mobile ham stick whip. It can handle 600 watts PEP, and it's got a pretty standard 3/8 by 24 thread stud. And I've had this for a few years now, about something like 3.5 years, a little less than that. But I have had some success with some QSOs. Not a lot, but it's certainly handy. It's not very tall, and the fact that it can handle high power is pretty nice. So let's go ahead and open this up. I store it in this bag, but I just wanted you to see what it looks like when I assemble it, although I'm not going to place it on the mag mount base that I normally would place it on. That's the same one as in my other antenna video where I talked about a portable antenna for QRP. Check back through my recent videos and you'll see it's one of my more popular ones. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. Okay, let's see. Now, I originally purchased this antenna. By the way, it was regular price, at least at the time, of $79.95. But in any case, I purchased this because I was looking for an antenna that would work in my backyard, literally, hence the YouTube channel name, Backyard Ham Radio. And I wanted something that was very quick and easy to set up and take down without taking up too much space. Okay. So this has a somewhat adjustable whip. But you can also, if you needed to, you could trim the whip if you let it come through there, through that opening, and then you could trim it. But I found that it was just about perfect as is for the main part of the voice portion of the 80 meter band, also known as 75 meters. But that's where you can see the adjustments and so forth. Okay. Let's go ahead and check this out. Now it is a little bit tricky to do this inside, but I wanted to be where there was plenty of good lighting. And the fact that it's kind of cold and dark and a little damp outside, I thought, you know what, I'll just do this inside. I've been wanting to do another antenna video because my other antenna video is pretty popular for that somewhat inefficient but certainly usable 40 meter through 2 meter antenna with a coil on it. And I'm going to include a link to that video at the end of this one. But if you've been following my videos, you've been seeing that I'm also waiting for my amplifier to come back. Now, because this can handle up to 600 watts of PEP, it's not like I'm going to run my normal 800 watts through it under normal circumstances, and certainly not the 1,000+ watts that the amplifier is capable of. But this is what it looks like when it's all put together, and this is again for 75 meters. I'm going to brace it here just because I don't want it to go tumbling the way that the package was trying to. Okay, let's see here. All right. Let's see if I can get a view of this here real quick. I'm going to pick up my phone stand. Okay, so I've got the base of it down there near the packaging that slipped off. So the whip goes in on top there. And you can see the top is up there, pretty close to the ceiling. But it is short enough that it's fitting inside my room here. So you can imagine if you needed a very portable setup and you wanted to get on 75 or technically 80 meters, however you want to say that, you could do so. So here's a little bit more distant view, although it's thin enough that it's having a little difficulty focusing here. But that's how it works. Again, that's where the connection is. And then at the bottom, down there, you've got that standard 3/8 by 24. All right, so tell me what you think in the comments about how efficient this might be. Again, I have had some success with it, but it is not an antenna that I am regularly using. But any questions, comments, or ideas, feel free to drop them in the comments. All right, everyone. This is AC7WH, Jared, Backyard Ham Radio 73. And happy QSOs.